All right, I have a vision and a couple of different dreams I want to share with everybody. So, starting off you have to forgive my drawings here, but the very first one at the top of your screen there is a two moon vision dream that I had at 6:15, 2022 at 3:07. Basically, this night I was tired. Woke up middle of the night. You ever have those where you're aching and feeling pain and you whatever? So, I prayed and I was like, how much longer before I get into my new body, God? And this is what He showed me. He showed me two moons side by side. I think the one on the left was a little bigger. It was kind of like our moon, and then the one on the right, a little bit smaller, but it was nighttime. They were both clear moons, and that was at 3:07, which strong concordance in the Greek is to make go up, right? So kind of like rapture. Uh, Dream. I had a dream on 9/22/2020, which is the picture at the bottom. So with this one, what happened was me and two other of my loved ones showed up out of nowhere. We were wearing white robes, and I showed up at a place that I grew up in as a child. Grew up fond memories. It's like an amusement park. So we showed up there. I start looking out, and I see all these people, and they're just living their everyday lives, kind of walking around, enjoying the nature scene. The people I was with, I was realizing that the scene had changed a lot, and it looked very different from what it used to be. Right. So as you can see, there's like a winding road, and then there was something that was sticking out of the ground that looked like a little pyramid, like it was like a glass pyramid. Didn't go into much detail about that, but I just saw it and recognized it. Right. So while I'm staring at the people, they all start looking up at the same time. So naturally, when everyone starts looking up, you look up, right? So I look up to see what they're looking at, and there's nothing there. So I'm like, that's weird. So then I come back and I look at them again, and they're still staring at it. So I'm very confused on why they're looking at it again. And I'm like, why are you looking at the moon again? So I look back at the moon, and then all of a sudden, kind of in the picture there, it looks like something like struck the moon, and there's like a big piece falling off, and a bunch of small pieces of debris that was thrown into the air. And I had the understanding that those pieces eventually were going to hit our atmosphere and like come down and be like little meteorites, right? Like basically little fireballs coming down. So I know some people have had some dreams about fireballs and whatnot. But yeah, so like, and then there was like one really big one coming down, and it was away from us. I think it maybe was going to the ocean. I'm not 100% sure. So I saw it and I just started praying. You never had those prayers where like Holy Spirit's with you, and that's kind of what it was. So I had that dream, woke up. Next dream I had, I was looking for some confirmation, right? So I was like, it's a pretty crazy dream. God help me out here. So on 10/21/2020, had a dream of a piece of the moon was kind of like, so basically I was talking to somebody that I know, and I was trying to convince them that God was real, and it was like I was like in the spirit, like I couldn't talk to them, like I could influence their thoughts. It was kind of different, right? So while we're walking, I was trying to influence him, and I pointed to the moon. I said, see, you got to understand God's real. Look at the moon. And like when I looked up at it after pointing to it, like a third of it was missing, kind of almost like it was like a pizza pie, right? Which is a little different. I don't know if that's Revelation 8:12 or if that's just me observing it the way I did in my dream that day. But and then last dream I had for the planets, there was two planets that was blocking the sun, and it was like, I don't know if it was an eclipse or completely dark, but it was blocking the sun. All of a sudden, one moved to the right, one moved to the left, and I said to myself in the dream, "Here comes the sun," as if like it's just going to get hotter and hotter, as if it was already being pretty hot. Then the scene switched, and I saw looks like the president. I don't think he was the Antichrist or anything like that. I think he was just our president. Looked maybe in the mid to early 50s, somewhere around there, and he was saying that it's time to start investing into the economy at this time. So that's my dreams and visions on the planets. Thanks.